You see, regarding dashas, dashas is a very important tool because we look at horoscope and we find that this is going to happen, but it is very important when it is going to happen. So what is going to happen and when it is going to happen is very important. This when is what is answered by timing tools. In these timing tools, dasha is very important. Other timing tools are also there, progression, transit and all. But you see, transit is same for everyone. But we know that everyone is not going through the same thing. Also for a particular ascendant, many people are born in the ascendant, the transit is common. So transit is very common and it does not times much personalized events, to be honest with you. Progressions, etc. do it. But then also, you see, it's very repetitive. Dashas are not that way. Dashas are very personalized and dashas are not repetitive. But dashas are of many types. Rashi Dasha is there, Bhav Dasha is there, Graha Dasha is there. And because a horoscope is made up of all of these three factors, planet, houses, and Rashis, will it not be unfair to look at a horoscope only from one perspective, say a Dasha like Vimshottari or Nakshatra Dashas, or say a particular Dasha where planets feature, right? Dasha of Venus, Dasha of Mars, and something like that. If you are using only this Dasha, I'm not saying it cannot lead to results. Certainly it can lead to results, but you see, this makes the process quite complicated, right? Because this is primarily a perspective of grahas, primarily a perspective of planets. And when with this perspective of planets, you put different aspects into it, it becomes too jarring, it becomes too much. For an example, take a particular dasha, say dasha of moon. So moon will have natural signification, the result related to that natural signification will happen. Moon is lord of a house, results related to that house will happen. Moon is situated in a particular house. So moon as a natural significator being situated in that house, result will happen. Moon as a lord of houses situated in that particular house, that result will happen. Then moon will have connections. And as a planet, moon can have four type of connections: exchange, aspect by dispositor, mutual aspect, conjunction. The result of these relationships will happen. Because it is moon, the result of panchang, etc. will also happen. And the planet will be situated in divisional charts, right? So 16 divisional charts are there in astrology, but if you consider all, it will be some 20-25 divisional charts. So the condition of moon will be in this 20 divisional charts also. The Rashi of the moon will also be there in the 20 divisional charts. Some connections can be taken in divisional charts also. So those connections will also be taken. Now you see how much it is to consider. And after considering this much, can predictions be made easily? In my method of astrology, I teach the applicable dasha, right? So you use the applicable dasha and principles are clearly sorted. What is to be seen, what is not to be seen. I don't know. But generally, I have seen that it is like, in astrology, everything is taught. And when one learns everything, they cannot use anything. Like if you are making a dish, if you put everything that is present in your kitchen into the dish, what type of dish it will create? It will not create, right? So I teach formula. If you are going to make this dish, only these products are to be put at these times in these intervals, etc. So what I do is altogether different. But my basic point is that when you go through a Graha Dasha, you see the Graha Dasha, there is a lot to consider. In Jaimini Astrology, what happens? Rashi Dashas are there. Now see, with respect to Rashi, the significations of Rashi is very much limited. Natural significations only are there. Rashi will be there in a particular house, so that house related signification will also come. Rashi have a lord. So the connections, etc., that the Lord is created will also be considered, but that's all you see. So when you take planet versus Rashi, you see that Rashi have very condensed significations and Rashi have very little variations to consider. That's why in my experience, I have seen that students who, because I have teach all the type of students, So I have seen that students who start with Rashi Dashas or students who know about Rashi Dashas are able to predict events more clearly, more confidently, more easily in shorter time frame because of the nature of how Rashi Dashas work, right? This Rashi Dashas, as I discussed, is a specialty of Jaimini astrology, though it is not exclusive to Jaimini astrology only. In other system of astrology also Rashi Dashas come. In fact, the approach of using one Rashi Dasha and one Graha Dasha together is also a good approach, where you only predict what is seen common in both the Dashas, so you become doubly sure with respect to what to predict. And these results happen 100%. But you see what is there with respect to Gemini or with respect to any system. For example, regarding normal astrology also, as I have told you in the video, that what is generally done is everything is taught. But everything should not be taught, or using everything together will not work. It's like, if you are driving a car and if you will press all the buttons, accelerator, brakes together and all the buttons together that you can, what will happen? You see, all the buttons are not to be pressed together, right? That's the point. So my system of astrology, in traditional astrology also, I am quite structured with respect to what is to be used, when it is to be used, and what is the purpose. So I clearly define that, okay, out of these dashas, this applicable dasha is to be used. Out of these significations, only these are to be used. Out of these divisional charts, only these are to be used. This thing is very clear. For example, you know that in divisional chart, I don't take houses. So concept is very clear, no houses in divisional chart. I also am very clear that only in these divisional chart aspect and conjunction should be taken. In other divisional chart, it should not be taken. So it makes the system very precise. Talking of Jaimini and talking of the Rashi Dasha, what I have found that the practice of Jaimini astrology, there are 4 major problems. First of all, the understanding of Jaimini astrology is not correct. Jaimini have written something, you understand something. So it's like Jaimini have clearly told that come here by flight, and you only listen come here, you don't listen by flight. So that is problematic, right? Or say someone is living on an island and they have told you come here by ship, and you start coming by foot only. So because they live in an island, you will be drowned in the ocean, you will never be able to reach. So first of all, proper understanding is not there. One can argue at this particular point that I have a particular understanding and I will argue that only my understanding is correct. So it's not a valid point, but it's not like that, as I have discussed in my Charakarak videos and all, that it is clearly written that Charakarak is to be seen based on minutes. Only an ignorant and fool can see it based on degrees, but this is what people are doing. So what to say when clearly Kaladi is written, but people don't accept Kaladi, what you can do, right? So such clear discrepancy, first of all, is there. Secondarily, I see that people don't practice Jaimini astrology independently, right? So there is a principle that even in the Vimshotri Dasha of Darkaraka marriage can happen. Now, what is this? Vimshotri Dasha of Darkarak, first of all, they are calculating Darkarak incorrectly. Secondarily, Vimshotri Dasha of Darkarak, like Vimshotri is not a Jaimini Dasha at all. So this mix and match astrology is very problematic, right? Half Raj Yoga you see from Jaimini, half Raj Yoga you see from Parashar. What is happening? This mix and match is not very good, right? It's like trying to eat a pizza, dipping it into a supper, or dipping it into a type of soup. It's not going to work. Like what you're doing, it's not going to taste that way it is supposed to. Right? This is problem number 2. Problem number 3 is that regarding the understanding of Gemini, the understanding is very much pellegrized by other things. For example, like 7th house is marriage partner, etc., that we know from traditional astrology. But even while practicing Gemini astrology, we are not ready to forget it. There also we think that 7th house is marriage only. That's not the case. And lastly, things are taken in automation. For example, a method of calculating Arud is told, and because the method is told, all the calculations will be done. So Arud of all the houses will be calculated, which is not the point. This is problem with dashas also. Because a formula is to be told to how to calculate antardasha, people calculate antardasha, pratantardasha, pranadasha, deha dasha, this dasha, that dasha, because formula is told. But it's not like that. It's not like if a saw is given to a person, you will cut everything. Yeah, this is what is told in Bandar ke haath mein something. Right? In Hindi, it is told that if you give something to monkey's hand, what they will do. So if you give something to monkey's hand, you know what they will do, right? So this is like giving the formula in the monkey's hands. What do they do? What it is supposed to be. So these four problems are there. And why? See, regard with Jaimini astrology, I have made predictions in consultations that I do every day, that I am doing for many years now, almost 15, 16 years now. I have used Jaimini astrology since beginning. Many predictions based on Jaimini astrology I have given to people, which have came out to be true also. In fact, Jaimini is my favorite system of prediction. In fact, up to 2019, 2020, I used to practice separate Jaimini consultation. Now, in normal consultation only, if I think that Jaimini is to be used in a horoscope, I use Jaimini. If I have to use Parashar, I use Parashar. Now it depends on my mood. But up to 2019-20, there was a separate Jaimini consultation on website also. All of these predictions given based on Jaimini system, Jaimini method, have came out to be very, very accurate. This is the method that I have developed, which I am practicing since 2009. But I've started teaching from 2021-22. And I have taught a lot of students. Those who have been, whose first course was Jaimini also. And to the old students as well. And using my formulas, people have been able to time, death, predict anything related to Jaimini astrology very accurately and confidently, which they themselves have told, right? Like, it's not like I am saying from my side that they have been able to do. They send me feedback of their predictions that they have given to their clients and to the horoscopes they have seen, which talks about it. But where does this come from? This comes from, first of all, proper understanding of Jaimini, right? So if Jaimini have written that Atma Karak and other Karakas should be based on minutes, I use it based on minutes. In the Jaimini that I practice, there is no mix match astrology. So when I teach Jaimini, it is pure Jaimini. All the things that Jaimini have told, and only the things that Jaimini have told. So nothing from other systems, so that, like, it's not, I am not planning on to teach everything, right? I teach only what works, selected, right? So I teach you 10 recipes, that's all. I don't teach you how to use everything in the kitchen, but 10 recipes that you will know how to make it properly, right? So the Jaimini astrology that I practice is not mix and match, right? It's pure Jaimini astrology, only Jaimini astrology. It is based on my experience. It's not like I am, like I am giving you a dictionary where all the words are written. It's not like that. I am teaching you how to make a conversations and words needed for conversation, not the whole dictionary after. Like learning dictionary, you cannot learn how to talk in a particular language, right? No one can learn dictionary at the first place, right? So these are particular things, right? So basically, the Jaimini astrology that I practice and the Jaimini astrology that I teach is not that Jaimini astrology that people already know of. Because this is all my research, because this is all my innovations from scratch, I can fairly say that this is my method of Jaimini astrology. Almost every year from 2021, I teach Jaimini course, and for 2025 also, I am going to teach Jaimini course, which is starting from 5th of December. It will be a 15-class course. And if you are interested in learning real Jaimini astrology as per my understanding, and more than that, why you should resort to or learn my system of Jaimini astrology is a question. So let me put it this way, that if you want to be able to use pure Jaimini astrology and be successful in making predictions based on Jaimini astrology without confusion, not that confusion that, oh, 7th Lord is in this situation, but Jaimini is saying this, what prediction to make, this confusion will not be there. You know Jaimini astrology properly, step by step. No confusion. I am not making a dictionary, right? So no confusion. You clearly know what to use, how to use, when to use, what to predict. And post the course, you will be able to confidently predict based on Jaimini astrology on a horoscope, all the areas that it can deal with, maximum areas that one can ask, marriage, profession, childbirth, Jaimini astrology can answer it. So you will know by the end of the course a full-fledged Jaimini method, using which any question that comes to you in a consultation, you can clearly and confidently, without ambiguity, tackle, answer, time it using Dasha, give predictions, and provided the fact that you learn the course properly, right, your predictions will be 90% correct. That I can also guarantee you, because over the years it have worked for more than 100 students that I have taught. So there is no factor that it is not going to work for a particular individual. The only thing that I need is an hardworking, dedicated, devoted student. Feedback of many Gemini students is there in YouTube, must have been posted here and there also, so not discussing much about it. But the basic point that I am saying, and regarding Dasha that I was talking about, so I told you that how, like Rashi Dashas are better because less things are to be considered. In fact, I will tell you, two people having almost identical horoscope, running almost identical Dashas, have their life different. And this difference can only be explained when you use Rashi Dashas. Regarding Rashi Dashas, based on the male-female horoscope, there will be difference in calculation of Dasha sometimes, not always. Right, so you see, almost identical horoscope, one is running Venus Graha Dasha, but Rashi Dasha of Taurus. Another person of the identical horoscope is running Venus Dasha, but the Rashi Dasha of Sagittarius. So there is a lot of difference, right? Venus plus Taurus is an altogether different experience. Venus plus Sagittarius is an altogether different experience, right? So this also explains, and these systems being used together also explains the differentiations which people have in life despite having identical horoscopes. If you see a lot of horoscope, many a times you will see, though the horoscope is not entirely identical, but in many horoscopes you can see that the position of Venus can be identical. Right, there can be two people born in the same ascendant having Venus in the same house because of the same ascendant, same house, same Rashi, and almost having same type of connection. And if it is on the same degree, then it will be the same in divisional charts also. So to find two such horoscopes is not difficult at all. It's quite easy, right? But in their Venus dashas, if they are running, say, for 5 years, both of them were running Venus dashas, then also, the results will be different. And sometimes the age is also same, right? So to find such identical horoscope is not difficult. It's very common occurrence, but differentiating the events happening in their life becomes difficult. And this difficulty can be resolved only when you use Rashi Dashas along with Graha Dashas. So I strongly recommend, regarding Graha Dashas, like Vimshotri, etc., I have a setup of which rule to use, right? So we see based on the combination which Dasha is applicable and apply that Dasha. And regarding Rashi Dashas, I have a set of rules. Set of rules based on which Dasha should be applied for which case. So if you want to do this type of prediction, apply this type of Dasha is one category. Second, it is also based on combination, right? If the horoscope is of this type, use this type of Dasha. This is also something which needs to be very clearly understood. I'm not referring to a particular thing. Let me tell you one thing. What happened one day, someone called me up regarding Namas Dasha, asking that have I, used Namas Dasha, did this, did the multiple questions. Have I used Namas Dasha? Does it work, etc., etc.? He was wanting me to teach him Namas Dasha. Why I will teach you? I teach my students. And he was like, I challenge you, Baba. I'm going to take your challenge here. What is that? However, regarding Namas Dasha, let me tell you, I have taught Namas Dasha in Jaimini. There is, I believe, this feedback of a student over YouTube itself. I have taught Jaimini Namas Dasha in one batch of Jaimini course earlier. 3 students have mastered it and have given me feedback also that based on the Namas Dasha, they have accurately predicted longevity of 3 people. right? Few of them were already dead, but they did not knew before making predictions, and few predictions related to future they have given, right? So 3 have given feedback also, right? Others student, you see, every time every student do not get a horoscope where they get a chance to predict death, or even if they predict, it's not like, right, every, like you will practice and you will horoscope will come who is supposed to die in 1 year and it will quickly turn into feedback. It's not like that, right? So horoscopes come, they are supposed to die in 10-15 years, so you have to wait for the feedback to come, right? So it's not only like have I worked over it? I have worked over it. I have made predictions based on it. I have taught it to my students. They have made predictions over it. So there is no point of it. But let me tell you one thing. Now, regarding this Namash Dasha, first of all, I have my own calculation, which it will be very foolish to think that I have put it somewhere, right? Like if someone is thinking that, I must have written it somewhere for the public perusal. Certainly, see, anything that is I have given for free, I don't think I should be teaching it in a course, because it's unfair to the student, right, who have paid for the course. So anything that is available for free is not taught to the course. And my research, because it is mine, right, I generally don't put it completely for free, right? This point is to be understood because hard work have gone into it. So regarding Navamsa Dasha, and for that matter, all Dasha, I'm just taking the example of Navamsa Dasha with respect to all the Dashas of Jaimini Astrology. Many Jaimini Dasha videos are out there on YouTube as well. But first you have to understand that, like, my interpretation of Jaimini Atmakarak is different. I use minutes, not degrees. My method of calculating Arud is different. In the same manner, my method of calculating almost everything in Jaimini is different, including dashas. So regarding Navamsa Dasha or any Dasha, I do not resort to any calculation made by anyone else. Because see, I find it very simple. If I am referring to Mr. X's calculation, I should tell you that Mr. X have decoded it. Please go learn from him. No. Let it also have the owner. What authority I have to declare someone's property as mine, or sell someone's property, or exhibit someone's property? It's someone's property, right? So I should say that it's their property. Please go talk to them. They want to keep it, give you their property, want to give you a tour, want to show you whatever, they will do. Who am I, right? So for Navamsa Dasha and for all the Dashas, I don't teach what others have taught. I teach my proprietary method, if I may call it, right? So my calculation for all the Jaimini Dasha is different. And I make sure that I only teach that. That's my own, right? So I teach that. The calculation method is different. That calculation method is taught in the course. How to decode it, how to use it is taught in the course. And over the time, many people, right, many students, more than 100 students have learned Jaimini Astrology from me so far. They practice it. And they have given me feedback time to time also, that how from Jaimini Astrology they are able to make better predictions, how from Jaimini Astrology their practice have improved, and all sort of things, right? So the course includes Rashi Dashas, includes a lot of Rashi Dashas. In fact, Rashi Dashas for longevity, Rashi Dashas for predictions, different type of predictions it includes. In every Jaimini course, I try to teach minimum 4 Rashi Dashas. But this time I will be covering like maximum dashas that I have ever covered in a course, right? And all the dashas, it's not like I tell you, okay, these are the 5 dashas, right? How to calculate the 5 dashas, not like that. So I will be teaching you, this is a dasha. It is used for this purpose. It is used in this horoscope. In this scenario only, it should be used. Now learn about it, right? So it is told clearly, but this point should be extremely clear that if you are joining the course, it's not like I know how Chardasha works, sir. It's not like that, right? I am not going to teach what you already know. Because if you already know, if there is a Chardasha of someone which works, I must tell you that, okay, this person's Chardasha works. So if you want to know Chardasha, learn from this person. We'll not discuss about it. We'll discuss about it, what I have done, right? So this is to be understood. This is how I practice. So I have my own developed method, homegrown, proprietary, developed method of Jaimini Astrology, which I teach which I have been teaching since like quite some time. And I'm again going to teach it in 2025, right? From the 5th of December this year. So if you are interested in learning Jaimini astrology, and most importantly, not only interested in learning Jaimini astrology, see, remember, I'm not making dictionary. If you are interested in making predictions with respect to Jaimini astrology, predictions which are accurate, predictions which are easy, predictions which are never failing, and if you want to take your astrological practice learning to next level by learning true Jaimini astrology, true to the spirit of Jaimini astrology, true to the words of sage Jaimini, true to the emotion feeling of sage Jaimini, then absolutely you should join the course, because I teach everything that I have developed myself. It's all my proprietary system. There is absolutely no substitute for it, because it's homegrown, it's original. Thank you.